Morning, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. And thanks again to Carlina Rivera's office and Councilmember Rivera for just your leadership on this. It's really, really helpful. So my name is Ryan. I'm with the Cooper Square CLT, which is the longest functioning CLT in the city. For over 25 years, we've owned and stewarded land on the Lower East Side, ensuring permanent, deeply affordable housing and commercial space. We have over 328 units of housing on our land trust, all of which hover around 30% of area median income, which is a huge feat on the Lower East Side. This is possible through cross-subsidization between commercial and residential spaces, and ultimately having land in community control and not on the speculative market. For the first time in decades, in 2019, we expanded by acquiring 2 new buildings on the Lower East Side, which are collectively known as the 2 Buildings Tenants United, or TBTU, after HPD stepped in to prevent them from falling into the private predatory market. Since this acquisition, and in spite of COVID difficulties, we've held virtual, regular multilingual workshops for tenants, everything from organizing basics to what's in our regulatory agreement. Our goal for these workshops is to provide a baseline knowledge for tenants, to build leadership, and to give tenants the resources and knowledge to run for the TBTU board. Because ultimately, this will be tenant-controlled, rent-stabilized housing on community-controlled land. Moving forward, and with continued discretionary funding, we'll review with tenants the recently completed building assessments. We'll be going through our bylaws and board responsibilities. We will be able to hold board elections for tenants and also begin the rehab process, which is going to be kind of a huge undertaking. Our goal is to democratize as many aspects of our housing as possible. And to speak a bit more on where the buildings are at right now and what they look like, I wanted to hand it over to Omar, who is a tenant in one of the buildings that we recently acquired. Omar, are you there? Omar, you have to unmute if you're speaking.
Sorry. How you doing, everybody? My name's Umar Johnson. I've lived at 230 East 4th Street for probably going on 30 years. I've been there since the building was first being opened. It's a building of a lot of different nationalities. It's multi-ethnic. It's multi-generational. I mean, my kids are the second generation of my family in the building. I've been to pretty much every meeting that the CLT has had from the beginning, and Ryan has always placed an emphasis on, educating and informing everyone of their kind of the rights we have, of the just kind of some of the procedures, the laws, the just things of that nature. They've they set us up with tools so that anybody could kind of refresh on any of the things that have went on throughout the meetings. And even when you come into a meeting, you kind of just jump in and get the information. All the information is up and it stays up for anybody afterwards if they did want to join that hadn't attended a meeting. That's pretty much what's been going on. We've talked about the building needing a facelift. There's some things in the basement, just as far as from a utility standpoint, that need to be upgraded. I work in utilities, so I can attest to some of that. But yeah, the CLT has brought a lot of transparency and tried to place ownership in the tenants' hands, and I believe it's been successful so far. But I guess there's still more work to do. So yeah.
Thanks, Omar. And I know Omar is working right now, so I really appreciate it. And we all really
appreciate guys, I got to get out of here. Sorry to talk and run, but we'll get up soon.
All right, thanks,
so everybody.
Omar.
Have a good day.
Have a great day.
Okay.
Thank you so much. That's great. So as you all know, Cooper Square has a few decades under its belt, and so it's one of the few CLTs that can really bring on tenants to share what it's meant to them to be able to have a say in their housing and to know that the CLT is there and has their back. So thanks so much, Ryan, for bringing Omar on.